Hi guys, welcome back to another video from the Parrott Bros. So this is another video about my new silver convertible. Obviously you've seen the things that we've done with the exterior. We've tightened up the headlights, made the plastics look better. I'm still need to get that sill sorted. And we've had a look around the engine bay and done a general look over it. But for a more in-depth look, I'm actually on the way up to see Byrn, BWS TT. He's going to get the car up on the ramp. We're going to look at doing the cam belt and just see if there's anything else wrong with it. But before we get stuck into that, let's jump into the intro. So here we are, car's in the unit. Bryn's about to put it up on the ramp. So we're going to be looking at things like, whether the timing belt was in fact correct, because obviously we had that error code that was something to do with cam timing. So, Bryn can check whether it is timed right. But we're going to do the cam belt regardless, because I've been playing a bit of Russian roulette with it. So I want to get that done for peace of mind. He's probably going to tell me that there's a billion and one things wrong with it that I haven't spotted, but, such is life. Now, obviously, it's got an MOT, but, some of these hooky garages can often just give it a ticket, and you don't know if there's anything actually wrong with it. So it's good to bring it to someone like Bryn, who's, working on these all day, every day. Obviously, I know what I'm doing with them, but he's like next level, like geek, knows everything there is to know about them. So, we'll trust what he says. But obviously, because I want to keep this car long term, I want to make sure that I'm investing in it at this point and make sure it's going to last me. Like I said on the last video, I want to be able to just jump in it, put the fiance in the car, because I haven't actually married her yet, because I'm prioritizing cars instead of a wedding, right? But I want to be able to chuck her in the passenger seat, go for a drive, and not worry about breaking down and looking like an idiot. So yeah, we'll have a proper look around it, and you guys are going to get to see in a bit more detail than maybe you'd usually see, because it's up in the air and we can get good access. So we're up in the air now. Bryn says to ignore the state of his unit, because it's it's not usually this bad apparently, but I've been in when he's not filming and it's usually this bad and worse. So yeah, he's too busy to tidy up apparently. I think he's just too lazy. But yeah, so now we can see that I'm missing an under tray, and well, I suppose I best hand over to Bryn for a bit of technical on this, maybe. Right, well, here, have this, because your audio is usually really bad on your videos, so this will make it better. So if you put that behind your top and that in front, and it will clip together, and then you can just hide it under your beard. It shouldn't muffle it too bad, and then they can hear what you're saying. Which
this is weird, right? So basically, what we're looking for is anything out of place. We're looking for this sweatiness. I mean, look at that. Look, that's disgusting. This is all over the underneath of this thing. Oh, still got the original cats. That's a few £100. Come on, I ain't got all day. Right, so basically what we're looking for, see all this, look, there's sweatiness, look, where this is obviously something's leaking. I'll clean that later. Got the original cats, but the problem is the heat shield's been removed or damaged or smashed off when people have been rallying it across fields. Now, the good thing about, and this is good to show you guys, is I don't often work on the roadsters up on the ramp, and this has got the additional support. So if you look here, Dom, get this up here, look. It's got the additional supports, and this is some of the bracing. So this is additional bracing. Where the Roadster has a little bit more flex, this is to add support. Now, this is how you know you've got a Roadster subframe. So if you buy a subframe and it's got these and you don't have a Roadster, then it's wrong. Now, moving on to the back, it's still got the under paneling, which is nice, keep all the water away from it. Not that it's helped the rust, because, I mean, look at this, look. You need to get on this, Dom, get these painted, get them protected. Oh, yeah, look at the state of this, look, pulling it off. It's still got the original road joints, which is nice. Just make sure you service them, because obviously if they don't, you did a video on it, didn't you, where you can show all the snapped arms and that. Yes. So make sure they're done.
We'll put a link to that video up there.
Springs are a bit flaky, but knowing you'll probably lower it anyway. Look at the state of it. So that used to be connected once upon a time.
That's like a wizard sleeve.
That's probably what that rattle was from the back that you were saying about.
Okay.
You've got new brake pipes, so someone's obviously replaced the brake pipes because they must have failed the MOT.
Yeah, they did say something about that and then whacked me with a massive bill for it. So
yeah, well, you should have come to me, mate. You know where I am. Onto the exhaust, you've still got the stock full exhaust system. You're going to put it on a new one on, probably?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, hang on. If I'm going to speak, I'm going to need that thing back.
Yeah, well, yeah, I want to get on with some work, so let's swap you over.
So as you'll remember from the V6, just a small modification to the Scorpion system made it sound pucker. So, you know, and like I was saying on a comparison video, you know, with the 1.8 and the V6, the V6 is always going to sound better. It's always got that that wookie, you know, that really good growl to it. But the 1.8T can sound better than it is. And with the roof down, I'm going to want a little bit of noise, you know, just while I'm giving it some, I want to, you know, feel a little bit sporty. So I might just go with the cat back system. So from this point here, I mean, we can reuse this joiner here, right, can't we? You know, this one that's like falling apart. It'd be all right, wouldn't it, if I just
Mate,
whack
like a tenner for a new one. Just buy a new one.
Okay, all right. Well, that might have just put it out the price range. But yeah, I mean, Byrn reviewed the gravity system, and that's got a good sound to it. But I might just ignore that completely and just find something else to review. You know, YouTube content is always nice to have different things, isn't it? But yeah, so we might do a catback system on it, and then I might have to ignore Byrn's advice and just leave the back of it rusty, because it'll end up costing a fortune to get that sorted. Byrn's going to whip the wheel off. I think he has to take off a lot in this area. And then he's going to tell me if the cam belt was about ready to grenade, or whether I could have waited another couple of years. But yeah, he uses all the right tools, and yeah. Look at that, gun in the wheels straight off. No cracking them off in advance or anything like that. He's just being a savage animal and just ripping these wheels off. You can tell he wants to get the job done and get paid, can't you?
Right, come on, stop mucking around. Give his hand.
Oh, okay, all right. What do you want me to do? I can cut this cable tie that seems to be getting in the way.
Do you want to sort that centre cap out? Here you go, look, 2-piece.
Oh. What Byrn's just pointed out to me is that this is 2-piece, but it's actually 3-piece. If you were to split this bit here, bend these tabs around here, you could actually, for refurb purposes, you could split this into 3-piece. So the same as our BBS wheels were actually 17-piece once you split them down. So are these centre caps. So you could actually remove this middle bit, and then you could paint this bit and then put this back in, and you know.
What are you talking about?
Well.
Mate, have you seen under it? So you've got a new caliper, you've got new lines.
That's good then, yeah? That's good.
Arms. It's about the best part of the
Let me show people. So I've got good stuff, yeah?
Well, you got yourself a new caliper, new lines, new drop link. The springs don't look that old because they're not that rusty, although there is a little bit of flaky up here. But we won't pull any more off.
Yeah, no, that looks
new
good.
New arms with new bushes as well, new drop links, new ball joints at the bottom. I saw them as well. CV boots aren't leaking, which I was surprised about.
That's really good. So the proof is in the pudding that I know what I'm buying, and I know that I've bought a good car. So thanks for clarifying that for me, Byrn.
Glad we could clear that up, mate.
Yeah, I've bought a good car. So we're halfway through the job. Byrn's been working really hard. The belt's off, the hydraulic damper's off, the water pump's off, the roller tensioner's off. And so the belt itself doesn't actually look too bad, but apparently there's issues with other bits of the kit, which Byrn's going to show you, you know, what they are. So here we go.
Yeah, so the importance of doing your cam belt is shown more so with this, because the belt itself, I don't know if Dom's fancy camera will show this, but the belt doesn't look too bad. There's no stress fractures, there's no sort of fraying of the belt on this. But the important thing is things like this. So this is the tensioner. It has a roller on, and if you can hear this, the bearing is absolutely knackered. So that could have failed, which then means it may jump teeth, and then you're left with problems, and it could cause engine failure. Some of the other parts, they do multiple different types of water pump. This has one of the plastic ones, which is probably one of the better ones. I can't see if this is a genuine one. It does look it. But it's got a plastic one, it's intact. But these can actually fail, they can crack, they can come off in pieces. You'll stop the flow.
That was my real concern, was that, yeah, if the water pump went and it starts overheating instantly while I'm driving or something like that, you know.
Yeah, because you'd also mentioned to me that you had a problem where it's not getting up to temperature sometimes, which can be related to the water pump, but it's worth doing nonetheless. Now, we're using all genuine parts to put it all back together. and we're going to replace it with all genuine parts, because you can use aftermarket parts. Gates do a really nice kit.
Yeah.
But
you gave me the option, didn't you?
yeah,
And,
the money for what the difference is in price, I would always naturally recommend the genuine one, because if it was good enough when it was brand new, it's still good now. And
yeah, I mean, you know, I'm going to keep this car for a long time, so I wanted to make sure. I'm dropping my magnet. Right, there we go. I wanted to make sure that, you know, it's going to be fine for the next 5-6 years. And, you know, genuine stuff is definitely,
you're definitely doing
going to
the right
fill me
thing,
with confidence.
Mate. You're definitely doing the right thing, and we'll get it done, and you can get back out and film some more videos.
Whee!
Right, so last trim clip. What I would recommend is replacing these, because look at the state of that. Someone's had a go at that before. This is the last bit for Dom's cam belt. Engine's all back together. Dom's
Happy
ready to do
days.
the first start up.
Yeah, shall I go turn the key?
I'm a bit grubby, but that's normal.
Yeah.
Right, go on then. You go and turn the key, mate, and then I'll take your money.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
You happy with that, mate?
Yeah. Tell you
Right.
what, that vacuum fix that we've done,
Yes.
that vacuum that you spotted and fixed, that's, yeah.
So what I did was, Dom said that he had a problem with his brake pedals that were going straight to the floor.
It was awful.
And it was dead hard once he come off a boost. And all it was basically the brake booster pipe down here. It comes round here, loops round, and goes in. And it was cracked and split.
Yeah.
So we just cut the end off, stuck a bit of pipe, which I had in my van, because this happens all the time when I'm out on the road. And I've fixed it so now he'll have decent brakes. So
Fingers crossed I'm not going to crash.
he can be boosting
and
about.
I'm not going to wreck the sill again when I'm coming off the driveway. Yeah.
So yeah, that is the cam belt all done. Now, what I will say to everyone is to make sure that you do your cam belt every 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. Don't be tight and try and hold out to the latter, because, well, I mean, look at that. That roller bearing on that was no good.
I'm glad that we did it, definitely.
And if you, at the end of the day, we want to keep these on the road. Me and Dom are both big TT enthusiasts.
Yeah, 100%.
And we want these to stay on the road for as long as possible. And routine maintenance is absolutely key. So if you want to get booked in with me, I can do timing belts. I can do anything that's attached to a TT.
I think you said you've done 3 clutches this weekend.
Exactly, yeah. Can knock them in and out, no problem on the Quattros, not scared. So yeah, if you want to get in contact, it's my email address will be down in the description. Feel free to hit us up. Right, let's do the money, my favourite part.
Oh, okay, yeah, hang on. Well, no, right, okay. It's been all fun and games pretending to be each other, but I'm not paying you for that. No, not a chance. Not a chance.
It was worth a try.
Not a chance. Go on.
Here you go, Bryn. There's your money.
Thank you.
You can see this shit now. This is how it is. That's how it goes. I usually put myself to one side.
Yeah,
so
I'm just...
I can either put my hand on it, or I can hold them.
I'm thinking this way. Oh, this is so weird. Well, I'm gonna hold your camera, Dom, and I'm gonna try and. Ooh. Wait.
Hold your camera, Dom.
Yeah. Right.
Unclick it and hold it if you want.
Cool. So, Dom. Oh, fucking hell. So, we don't need that one off. By the way. Do you really need to take that one off, Dom? Anyway.
It was basically Bryn's. So common to say the wrong name.